new one. Go crazy. Raise the roof and welcome to the stage, Arie, David.
Hey everybody, hey! I'm Arie. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I actually used to work for the NHS during COVID. Yeah, I think I made a lot of people proud because whenever I was wearing my uniform, everyone would come up to me and they'll be like, thank you so much for saving lives. And the whole time I didn't really have the heart to tell anyone I actually worked at the abortion clinic. Yeah, I wasn't saving lives. I'd be really bad at my job if I did that. I actually didn't get to keep the job for very long because they told me I was too enthusiastic. Yeah, apparently after every abortion you're not meant to say slay. So I think it was important work, okay? I think it was important. I'll tell you like a story that I think encapsulates my work. One time we had a lady come in to the clinic and she was too scared to like even find out she was pregnant. And I was like, babe, you've got to pop to shops, get 3 pregnancy tests because sometimes they come back a false positive. And she came back and they all had come back positive and I was like, what do you want to do? And she just looked to the floor and said, fuck, how am I going to raise 3 kids? I was getting rid of a lot of dummies, guys. Unappreciated work, I think. After that job, it was okay because I kind of realised that no matter what I end up doing in life, I don't want to be too successful. Yeah, no, I don't want to aim too high in life. Yeah, I don't want to get to the top of my industry. Because I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but it feels like at the top of every industry, there's a paedophile ring. I'm so scared of success. I can't get invited to those parties. I know what I look like. I might get sent to the kids' table. It's a safeguarding issue. Growing up, my parents actually, I think they had really high hopes for me because my parents always said to me, Arie, one day we think you'd make such a great lawyer, which I found out is a really nice way to tell your kid they're a cunt. You'd make a great lawyer, cunt. That was how they said it. But growing up, whenever anyone asked me what I wanted to be, I always said the same thing. I said, I really, really, really want to be a man. No, it's not because I'm a cunt. Separate point. I think it was because I was born with like a hunger for power. Why are you laughing at that bit? I'm a powerful woman. Woman? Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. I think I'm a savage in these streets. No, I wanted to become a man because I kind of realised when I looked up out in the world, I was like, oh my god, we don't really have a lot of female role models in the dictator space. You know? We don't get any good role models, women. But I'm glad in the end that I didn't become a man. Because personally, I would have been a 4'11" man. And that's worse than being a woman, so... Sticking to this side. I couldn't find a job for a very long time. When you're unemployed in this country, you've got to go to the job centre every week. So I was going to the job centre every week. And they asked me if they could pair me up with someone, like a mentor. Yeah? And they paired me up with a guy, and he was an ex-gangster. Yeah, and he was like to me, Arie, I've spent the last 20 years in jail, and now I want to help younger people not make the same mistakes. The thing is, I already know not to stab people. I just need help with my CV. good job of reeling in my homicidal urges. Except for the abortion stuff. Just a bit of fun, really. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm from East London. Guys, it doesn't normally get a cheer, so that's cute. Then you are in East London, so that's... from East London, I think East London's really cool. I do. I think one of the coolest things about it is it's super diverse. But I'm starting to think the couples in East London, I think they're getting a little bit too diverse. Like, you'll just see anyone with anyone. And bless them, they'll still both be DJs. For me, it felt like, whenever I went to these like house parties and Hackney and stuff, like, it felt like a competition, like who's in the most diverse relationship, And I was in a pretty diverse relationship. My ex, he was a Muslim, and I'm a feminist. If it helps, he was also a DJ. He actually asked me, he was like to me, Arie, how would you feel about covering your hair? And I said to him, this is so cool. I said to him, as a black woman, I cover my hair at home all the time. Like, I'm always in a bonnet. So you're going to be the only guy who never sees my hair. Are you guys into self-development and stuff? Anyone read self-help books? No? Some of you look like you should. I looked at you. Okay, you know what, babe? I wasn't looking at you. Because no, actually, can I tell you something? I wanna ban all my female friends from reading a self-help book again.
I agree.
Thank you. Oh God, maybe we're like, okay, hear me out. Here's my thing. I'm stupid. I don't know what the word is when you have a thing and you want to tell everybody about it. A hypothesis? Thought? I sound real stupid right now, guys. No, I want to ban my friends from self-help books because all the books on like childhood trauma and love languages and communication styles and stuff like that. I think they're making us women a little bit insufferable. Can we admit that? I can trust my male friends with a book like that. They're not going to read it. Bless them. But with my female friends, they come out with they get one chapter into a book like that and they start coming out with really ridiculous stuff, They start telling me things like, oh, I realized I've abandoned my inner child. No. Abandon your real child and come to the club with me, you whore. No one wants to go out anymore. And nightlife in London is dying. And again, there's never been more DJs alive. They need us whores out there. I miss toxic women, guys. We got any toxic women in here? Oh, you're healed? Fuck you guys. Thank you, that was me for tonight. Let's give it up for your host, everybody. Let's give it up.
Get up, Arie,